Well. Hello, everyone. Hello. It is Thanksgiving Thursday right here on another episode of the Question Live Show with, of course, your host, Verona Willis-Brown. And we are here. Absolutely. Guess what? It is the first Thursday in November. Oh, I cannot believe that we're here in November. Yes, it is November. Oh, I am so thankful. Every single time I show up, I am so thankful to be here another Thursday, to be with you, my family out there. It is a wonderful thing. Tonight is going to be lovely. Let me tell you what's going to happen tonight. Tonight, you, the audience, going to be guest. Ha! Ta-da! Yes, you're going to be guest. So you see this chair? This is your first time, you don't know, but there's a chair right here. That's the guest chair. So you over there in the audience in virtual land, this is your chair tonight. So I mean, you just got to visualize yourself right there in this chair where I'm interviewing you or where you are asking me a question. Absolutely. So whatever your question is tonight, jot it right there and let me know what your question is. So simple mean your question is going to be for me. We're going to have a whole conversation tonight right there in the virtual world. So with that said, I'd like to welcome you. Oh, where's my clap? I'd like to welcome you all to this episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Yep, that's me. So if this is your first time tuning in, I'd like to say a special welcome. I don't have my special shake today. A special welcome to you if this is your first time tuning in, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube. Welcome. So I guess I have to clap really loud today. And for those of you who are not tuning in for the first time, you've been here, you've been traveling with me, you've been coming back and forth, I'd like to say welcome back. And I see some familiar people over there in the audience. I see Cheryl, Sharon, Tanika. Welcome back to another episode of the Question Live Show. So you know what I said. If you are just tuning in and you don't know what happened here, we have house rules. Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, or maybe 4 rules. And what are the rules, you may ask? They're very simple. If you are looking up there on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube and you see live somewhere in that corner, live right in the rectangle shape, simply means you are in the live audience. And what happens when you're in the live audience? You find the button that says share. Click it and share it. And invite someone else to come on else in the live audience so we could eat fresh food together. Because it's fresh when it is live, right? It's like just coming out of the kitchen, no microwave, no leftovers. You're getting it fresh right here. So when you see that word live, you press the share button right there and send it to somebody else. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is have yourself something to write, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a crayon, a marker, even a feather. Dip it in some paint or some ink so you can write with it. All I am saying is that you need something to write with. Why would I say that? Because here we drop juicy content and golden nuggets. And the more you write, is the more you will see what is it that you write. And the more you see what you write is the more it becomes reality. Absolutely. Now, if you don't have either one of those things I mentioned, guess what? Your devices, whatever you have, a cell phone, a tablet, a paint, I don't know what is it that you have, your laptop, whatever is it that you have, they do have a little section on it that says notepad, ding, 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 ding. I know you type every day and you text every day. Text in that. Yes, take note. And that was what? Rule number two? Number two. Rule number three. Da 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 da. Right here. I am not showing you my fancy glass that my friend Kim made for me and custom made for me. I am telling you to have something to drink. Right here. I do have something to drink. Have something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, juice, soda, popsicle, whatever it is that you drink. By all means, you might not have a fancy glass like mine, but get yourself a cup, a mug, a saucer. I don't know what you drink from, and drink. Why would I tell you that? Because I am the one doing most of the talking, and I might get dehydrated, my throat might get dry. But if you drink on my behalf, I might feel the effect, right? But I tell you what, in my glass right here is water, coconut water right in there. But as you can see, I have a red straw because I believe in miracles. Yes, I do. I believe in miracles. And the best miracle worker is Jesus. And guess what Jesus did? He turned water into wine. So if you keep on seeing me with my wine, I'm going to check to see if my water is going to turn into wine tonight. Because I do believe in miracle. So you never know what will happen to my water. It might turn into wine. Right. So that is three and a half. How many rules did I make? I don't know. I'm losing count now. Okay, next. If you need to go to the bathroom, go now. Go now and come right back. And when you come back, your seat will be reserved right here, right here. Let me tell you about your seat. Your seats in the table of life is concrete. It is reserved. No one can take your seat from you. So as I send you to the bathroom, know that when you come back, your seat will be here. There's a big table called life, and we have to sit around the table. No one can pull your seat away from you unless you hand it over. No one can sit in your seat because that's your seat. Your name is stamped, and those seats are called your destiny, your purpose. You, it is called you. It is personalized to you. So now, if you are going to the bathroom, just go ahead. And for those of you who are not going to the bathroom, we're just going to wait a quick second. And while we wait for those to come back from the bathroom, you can sip something, or you can just share the live in the meantime. Okay, that's enough time at the bathroom. You don't need that long in the bathroom anyway. So now, if you are ready, type in the comment section right there that you are ready so we could roll into tonight's episode. And remember, I mentioned this from the beginning that there's no guest right here. The guest today will be you. Yes, you over there in virtual land. You are the guest. Simply mean I am going to have, hi, Theta, welcome. Simply mean I see Cheryl, Sharon, Tanika, Theta. Yes, I see you all. Facebook user, if you want me to identify who you are, please type in your name. And I am telling you right now, you right there, you are the guest. Yes. So simply mean if you are the guest, you get to ask me a question and I get to ask you a question. And we're going to have a lovely dialogue tonight. So now let's roll into something. Before we go into that, have your questions ready or your comments or whatever it is that you have ready. But before I do that, for those who are always here, a couple months back, I had a guest on my show. And if you remember, you can put it there that you remember who she was. Her name was Jacqueline Warner. And she had those lovely perfumes that I thought it was a cake. Yep, I thought it was a cake. And I thought I could smell the perfume while I was on the show. I'm going to work on that. But then I couldn't. So I got blessed with some of the perfume. Anybody remember that episode? Yep, I got samples of the perfume right here. Yeah, they were number perfume. So these are number 489. Who remember, Jackie, that came on? These are the, oh, I don't know if y'all can see. Can you see my, yes, right there. Mm-hmm. Anybody remember that episode where we had those lovely perfumes? So anyway, if put it in there in the comment section that you remember that episode. So anyhow, again, like I said, you ask a question, I ask a question, you have a discussion, we're going to have a discussion, throw it out, throw it in there. What is it that we want to talk about? What is it that we want to talk about tonight? Let's talk about how we drive ourselves into our purpose. Yes, let's drive ourselves into where we need to go. How do we do that, you may ask? For one, anybody got anything to say before I go into number one? Because number one, you got to be prepared. You got to be ready. You got to accept that you have a purpose. And because you have to accept this, I can't accept it for you. You have to know that you have a purpose. And if you don't know at this time in your life, what is your purpose? Time for you to stop and think and ask the Lord, what is it that you were created for? Couple things you have to do first. You have to know who you are. Who know who they are? And I'm not talking about your name. So I am going to ask and you answer. So I am going to ask you, Tanika, who are you? And you can just put your answer right there in the comment section. Who are you? And once you put your answer, I am going to go to the next person with the same question. Type, who are you? Because I'm going to come up with another question while we wait for Tanika to answer that question. Who are you? And I'm going to ask Cheryl, beautiful Cheryl. She's always here first. Let me give her a round of applause. She's always here first. Yes. Cheryl, that's a question for you as well. And Sharon and Theta and Facebook user with a smiley face. Yes. Who are you? That is going to be the first question for the night. So Tanika was the first person that asked. So let's see. Her answer is coming right on in. I'm a child of the Most High God. Absolutely. Check mark. Yes. And that defines. See, I come prepared. I try to tell you to have your stuff ready. So you're going to see me writing stuff down. Absolutely. I'm going to be writing things. So I'm telling you right now, I hope you're writing. Tanika says she's a child of God. And that alone should define, that's supposed to define her purpose. That's supposed to define where she's going. Because when you are a child of God, what simply happened? You have a purpose. If you consider what is a child is someone who is dependent on an adult and somebody, a responsible person, a guardian, a parent, someone. So if you are a child of God, you are so dependent on someone else. And of course, who is someone else? The Most High God. So Tanika, since you are a child of God, I want for you to just rearrange your thoughts a little bit more and make sure that your entire being is surrounded as a dependent child. I believe you're a mother, so your children depend on you. So you have to wrap yourself around the fact that every single thing that you want or so desire, everything that you so desire, the end of that statement that says, "Hi, God," He is the one that you are going to ding, ding, tap into. Now, if you want Him to provide something for you, what is it that you have to say? You are my provider. You have to acknowledge that He is what you are asking for. Lord, help me. You know, oftentimes we say, Lord, help me. No. Lord, you are my help. Lord, I need strength. Lord, you are my strength. So when you do that as a child of God, because I see Cheryl is answering the same thing. Cheryl have the same answer, as well as Facebook user, as well as Theta. So excellent. We have everybody here who consider themselves a child of God. Now, when you are a child, you are going to fully depend on God. Good night. Welcome, Paulette. So when you consider yourself as a child of God, now, if you need help, you're in a situation, your circumstances hit you. Now, God, can you help me? Now, if you think about you saying, God, can you help me? What are the ways that you can change this around to know that you're totally dependent on God? So I am going to let each one of you who put, I'm a child of God, put your answer again. What is another way? What is a way that you can turn that around and solely depend on the Most High God? So, Paul, that you just tuning in, of course, you are the audience. We are going to have a whole dialogue today. So, whatever the question is, you're going to answer, or you can ask a question and I am going to answer. We are going to go back and forth. So, the question is, the first question, Paul, was, who are you? That is the first question. So we had everyone answering with the same answer. I'm a child of the Most High. So again, I just said, how can you turn that around to solely depend on the Most High God? Go, drop your answers again, because those are excellent. So now drop your answer in. How can you turn that around to say you are totally dependent on God because you are a child? So let's look at the child in a physical manner and let's look at the child in a spiritual manner. What ways can you turn that around? Go ahead. All of you. Actually, everyone who answered that. So while I wait for everyone to put their answer again, I'll come up with the next question. So let's go for the next question while I wait for, how can you turn that around to solely depend on God if you're asking for help? Tanika, you were the first one that put up your, it doesn't matter who was the first one anyway. The whole point is all four of you answer the same thing. Therefore, I need 4 answers to pop back in. Because we are driving it home to your purpose. I want you to develop your purpose. I want you to know what your purpose is. So we are driving, and when you're driving something, you're going. You're going. So if you have not discovered yet, you are going to discover something because we are going driving. Okay? Cheryl put, it's like saying the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Okay, Cheryl. No wrong or right answers here. So now I want you to break this down because I want you, okay. Theta put an answer up. The Most High is my provider and protector. Exactly. What I want for you to, Tanika, you answered. Let's see. Go to God and not the world. What I want you to see is to go inside of those answers, and you're going to take something, you're going to dissect your answer and bring it down a little. Give it just a small bite size. Give it a small bite size where Cheryl says, I'm going to go back up to Cheryl. Okay, wait, before I go back to Cheryl, let's go back up. Let's go to Paulette. Paulette says, well, God said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So I know he will always be with me. Excellent, excellent. So let's go to Cheryl answer. What I want for you to go inside of the answer, take something out, and as a child, how can you develop that which you take out of that one answer and make God your source? Make God, give God that big responsibility of being who he is. And you are the child. So this is you. You are the child. How can you take something out of that one statement and make God the great responsible party that he is? So I'm going to use Cheryl answer. Cheryl answer said, it's like saying the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So if we should break that down just in a minimal bite-size statement, you take it word by word, you take it piece by piece, word by word. If you say the Lord is my shepherd, what is the responsibility of a shepherd? The responsibility of a shepherd is to guide the sheep. Is to make sure that the sheep do not go astray, to make sure that the sheep is eating, to make sure that whatever the sheep wants, the sheep get it. So therefore, you have the ending. The ending said, I shall not want. So what is it that you want if you flip the side over? Whatever is it that I want, the Lord is my shepherd. You get it? Of course, you can't hear me, but you have to put in your answer that you get it. Right. You got to get it. So you got to flip it around to say, anything that I want, I shall not want. So if you want something, you go back the reverse. The Lord is my shepherd. And what is the responsibility of our shepherd is to provide. Everybody getting that? So that's only Cheryl's answer. So now if we move down, let me know that you get it. Let me know that you get it. Type in, yes, you got it. Let me know that I need to repeat it or not. All right, so that was Cheryl. So let's go over to Theta. The Most High is my provider and protector in everything I do. Good. Again, let's go. Provider, protector. Now, if we take the word provider, if we are going to say the Lord is our provider, no, we must not say, Lord, provide for me, right? When we say, Lord, provide for me, no, you want to say, Lord, you are my provider. So Theta right there, my provider, simply means you're personalizing that. So if you personalize my provider, everything that you need, who's going to provide it for you? Lord. Everything that you so desire, Lord. You are my. And this is the key word right here, my. And if we all personalize it, my shepherd, my provider, my protector, we have to engrave this in our mind. We have to engrave it in our heart that he is that which we say he is, my provider. So what is it that you so want? What is it that you so need for the Lord to provide for you today? Lord, you are my provider. And then you finish that statement. Lord, you are my provider. Now, when you do that, he's going to provide that which you so desire because you already personalize who he is. Because remember, we said that you're a child of the Most High God. The Most High God sees it and knows it all. And here we go. Theta said it right there. Everything I do. Now, if you go to protector, if you go over there to protector, if you're in your sleep, your nice, beautiful sleep, if you're walking down the street, the busy street, if you're driving your car, if you are going to the supermarket, if you are going to take out your garbage, everything. See right here? Keyword? Everything. Everything. Not something, not a little thing, not a big thing, not one thing, not two things. Everything. He will provide for you. Every single thing he will provide for you. And once he provides for you every single thing, voila. You right there. Absolutely, you right there will get just what he provided. He provided only the best. He can only provide the best for you. So take that into consideration as we get rid of, get rid of that. So take that into consideration as we go to the next one. Okay, who's the next person? All right, so that was Theta. Go to, okay, we got that one. Theta says, okay, Theta, we got that one. He's my provider. Yes, we got that one. Next one, we have Tanika again. I allow him to do my decision making. Allow God to lead me to do his will. Absolutely. Then we got to know what is the will of God for our life. What is the will of God for our life? What is it that he wants us to do? When we want God to do something, you got it, yes. When he wants us to do something, we have to be in full obedience. Totally full obedience. We get up in the morning, we're not going to make it singular. I want to. I want to. When you are saying, I want to do something, then you're not totally dependent on him. I want to go down there. I want to go here. I want to do this. I want to do that. See that? Singular. You are not calling him to be your everything. You're not calling him to be your responsible partner. You're not calling him to, you're not allowing him to play his role as your provider, as helping you to make your decision. What you have to do is say, build a team between you and God. We, when you use the word we between you and God, you are building a team. And to get through this life, you got to have a team. No one can succeed by themselves. No one. So we mentioned God is our provider. God is our protector. God is our shepherd. Now, God is our team. Well, he's the head of the team. So what is it that we are going to do when we wake up into a state of consciousness and we acknowledge that we are conscious, we acknowledge that we are awake, we acknowledge that God gave us life and breath again? We are going to say, Lord, what is it that we are going to do? Not I. Nuh-uh. Not I. Because when you say I, you're taking God out of the picture, and then God is not your everything anymore. God is not convenience. You don't use God as a convenience to say, okay, Lord, I need this, I need that, and then you call on him. He's your everything. Right there, I allow him to do my decision making. So have you decided today that God is going to make a decision for you by working together with a team, because you got to work with God. He's going to make a decision for you, but guess what? At the end of the day, it's a team between you and God. Tanika, what was the decision you had to make today? Let me see who is paying attention. What was the decision you had to make today? And how did you and God had a team work today? That's for Tanika. That's for Tanika, as well as everyone else. You can answer, you can jump in, you can help Tanika with that answer. Whatever decision you had to make from the moment God woke you up this morning, what decision you had to make today that you allowed God to make it for you. So this is regarding this statement from Tanika. Remember, God is a team member. So again, we are going to change our language. That is the whole point. We want to change our language. When we change our language, we change the way we see life. We change the way we accept life. We change the way we look at things. And we change the way we decide on things. So when God is the head of the team, and you said, Lord, what are we doing? Think about it for a second. What are we doing? Not what do I need to do? So if you change your verbiage to we, you see how much God is involved in everything that you need to do. We oftentimes just wrap ourselves around me, I. But somewhere we have to say we, because we is a support. God, what are we going to do today? And just how you say, what are we going to do? You ask him, what are we going to do? He will become your full protector. He will become your full provider. He will become your full shepherd. Because that is his title. That is his responsibility. Absolutely. So Tanika I decided that I had to spend more time with God in prayer and Bible study. Because he is the word. He is the one that's going to guide you. So your decision, so you see how right there you made a decision that this is what you need to do. Now, when you have a decision like this, you have to bring God in. God, I want to come. Let us work this out. Let us construct a plan. Let's construct how we want to dissect things, how we want to work this out, how I want to spend more time with you. So if you look at what I'm doing, if you're following what I'm doing, I am changing around a statement. I am taking out a part, I'm dissecting a statement and I'm flipping it. So you want to sit right there, you want to spend more time with God. Then right here, how can we spend time together? Everybody following? You can put a thumbs up, you can put a heart, you can put something to say yes, yes, yes. Right here, I just dissect something. Lord, how can we, because this is your decision, it's personalized. I want to decide to spend more time with God. Now you call God in. How can we spend some more time together? Right. That's it. So I am just flipping things around to make it just jump right in to make our life a little bit easier. Okay, Paulette says, I did a foot surgery a few days ago, and today I asked God to give me the strength and to make 500 steps. Well, I was able to make 1,000 steps. Woo! Woo! Give a cheer. Everybody give a cheer for Paulette. She asked God to give her strength. Now, right there, she was determined to make 500 steps. And what happened? She made 1,000. Everybody cheer for Paulette as we pray for her speedy recovery on her foot. Now, this is what I am going to do. So everybody put your little chair in. Yes. We need our foot. Oh boy, we need our feet to keep rolling. Yay. Now, right here, this is what I am going to do. You see, you did a surgery. This is personalized right here. Now, if we go over here at this point, I ask God to give me strength. Right here in this little section, we're gonna start having some fancy stuff where I could circle what I'm talking about. But if you just follow my mouse, you see right. I'm gonna ask God to give me strength. Right there, where we're gonna say, God, you are my strength. Boom. I need to make 500 steps today. And what he did, right? Boom, boom, baby, boom. Right there. God, you are my strength. So now you're acknowledging God. You're putting God in the center. God is the forefront. God is right here. God has said, I am what you call me to be. So when you said right here, give me strength, you're just like, Lord, give me you. Give me you, because he said, I am your strength. I am your strength. So you call him into center. Call him up front. You call him up front and you give him that. Give him that position. That God, you are my strength. So when you tell God that you are my strength, he jumps right in. And he heard you and he's like, oh, she wants 500 steps. I am her strength. So I'm going to let her take 1,000. And that is how God operates. Whatever you acknowledge him as, he has the potential to expand it. You got the capacity to expand it. So if all of us here were calling on him right now, he got the capacity to expand and come on our behalf. Boom. As Tita says, boom, baby. Congrats, Paulette. Yes. 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 What? Tita? Wash hand. Oh, that's your clap hands, Tita? Yes. So that is the thing. When you look at the statement like that, what I'm trying to do is for you to just rearrange a statement. So where we put God in the center, rearrange a statement to accommodate God in the center, to put him right there in the forefront, to say that we're not just going to ask you for strength, but we are going to say that you are our strength. Absolutely. And what happened? He come through for you. But you have to ask him, you have to tell him that is who he is. It's just that me sitting here, I am the host. But you tell me I'm the host, I'm like, yeah, I'm the host. It's Paulette sitting right there. Paulette is right there. You said, oh, we recognize Paulette. Oh, we recognize Tanika. We recognize Sharon. We recognize Sharon. Once you recognize the person for who they are, then they show up for who they really are. Now, I'm not on screen. What if I'm not on screen? Bram, who is the host? All you saw was just my name. So now you would sit there and say, but who's the host? You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know me. You wouldn't know how I look. You wouldn't know nothing. All you would see is just the show running and there's no host. But once you acknowledge someone by their name, once you see someone right there and you acknowledge that, it makes a difference. It does make a difference. But no. When you don't, then, see now? The devil was trying to tell me I couldn't do it. But I kicked him to the side and walked with my daddy Jesus. That is what I'm talking about. Of course, this will happen. This will happen. Now, when the devil tried to tell you something, you see, I'm telling you, I'm going to have a little pencil where I could circle. You see, right here, couldn't. When the devil is telling that you couldn't do something, what God is saying, you can. You can. So when the devil tried, you say, I can. So here we go again. We are going to replace a few negative words and we are going to add the opposite of those negative words to positive. Couldn't? I can. I can. So when you try to tell that you couldn't do it, bye. I can. What the Lord says? I can do all, not some, not piece, not a little. I can do all things. All things. Simply mean, Paulette, you wanted to do 500 steps? Honey, what did he do? You can do more than that. So because you had a determination to do 500 steps, you right there tell the devil, excuse me, I can do 500. And because you trusted God, he allowed you to do 1,000. How many of us have that determination? We must be determined. We must be determined in everywhere, in whatever we decide to do, we must be determined. That is going to be your word for tonight, determination. To drive yourself into your purpose, you must be determined. Be determined to go on to drive yourself into your purpose. Be determined to drive yourself into your destiny. Be determined to hold on to faith. Be determined to say, yes, I can do all things. Be determined. Determination is the word. Yes. Miriam, here we go. I can do power working in me. I can, I have, can do. You see that right there? Look at how Miriam just did that. I have, can do. Look at right here, everyone. Can you see that? Can do. Therefore, when the couldn't is floating somewhere, you open that right there. The can do. The can do, tap into it. Ding, 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 ding. Tap into it. Why? Because God is your strength. Why? God is your protector. Why? God is your provider. Why? God is your shepherd. Why? God is the Most High. And you are a child of God. And because you are a child, you are going to solely depend on Him. Which I like that, Miriam. I have, can do power working in me. Amen. That is exactly how we have to change our verbiage as we go along. Yes, we have to. We have to change our verbiage. All. Keyword again. Here goes another keyword. All things. Yep, right there. All. We need to put this in capital. We're going to find a way to adjust these things. Don't worry, people. Time's going to change where we can make our edit as we go along. All things. Not that I could just go to the supermarket. Not that I could do 500 steps. Not that I could go to work. Not that all things. When you say all things, when we are talking about all things, we are talking about what is it that we so intended to do. Did you know your imagination, when you imagine something, you can accomplish it? Just to let you know. When you imagine, anything that you imagine can come to surface. Anything. Now, if you don't believe me, try it. Because it is written right here. All things. All things. So try it. Try imagining something right now. Well, you don't got to tell me what it is. No, that is on you. Imagine something right now. And if you imagine something right now, do you believe that imagination can become real? Because it can. I can imagine it. I can bring it to life. Because why? I have, can do, power working in me. Ooh, I just love that. I have can do power working in me. I need my thing. Why I don't have my clap? Excuse me. Yes, there we go. Now, if you have a question, jot it in. Anyone have a question, jot it in while I come up with the next question. And tonight word is determine. So what is our next question? Our next question is, if you have a question, you can go ahead and ask your question while I construct the other one for you. So go ahead, type in your question while I prepare mine. Next question is, do you know? Anyone have a question so far? Absolutely. As real as I'm sitting here. As real as I'm sitting here. That is how real God is. As real as you are sitting there. That is how real God is. God is as real as you are touching your skin right there. That is how real God is. Why would I say that? He woke you up this morning or night or whatever time you woke up. Who woke you up? It wasn't the alarm clock. Who woke you up? It wasn't the fact that you have to go to work or school or feed the husband, children, child, whoever. Ding. God woke you up. It's not that we plan why he woke us up. He got a purpose. So that is where we are going. We are driving into the purpose of our life. He got a purpose for you. So here's number 3. No, was that number 3? Number 2. What number am I? What question was, am I? Anybody paid attention? I think I was on question number 2. Why are you here? No, well, not here on the show, but why are you here? Why were you created? That is the next question. Why are you here? So we'll go with that question. So Miriam, you came in. We're asking question on both ends because you are the guest. I'm the guest. Well, this is a question. This is a question live show. So question on that end, question on this end. Or ever you want to see, just jot in your questions while I prepare your question. And that's what the show is called, the Question Live Show. Or, hey, if you want to drink out of your fancy glass, I don't know if you have a fancy glass. I do. Right. I don't know if you have a fancy glass like me. I have nice friends that make me custom glass. If you want to take a sip, you have to go right ahead and take a sip. So whatever questions you have for me, I'll take them as we roll on in. One question coming in from Cheryl. Why did you decide to start this show? That's a very good question. Yeah. Why did I decide to start this show? Little bit about me. I was always an inspiration to others as young as I can remember. I was always inspiring somebody to do good, to better themselves, to help them in their class. I was always that person. So as I evolved into my better version, I realized, hey, I do have the gift to inspire others. And then I like to support each other. I like to support people. I call them the underdogs. I used to say that they like the underdogs. So I like to see the broken people. I like to see those who are struggling because I have so much love and I want to help people. I have a drive to help people. So while I have the drive to help people, and while I have the drive to inspire people, while I have the drive to love on people, I took all of that and created a gumbo. In 2020, when the pandemic hit and the world got shut down and everybody got stuck at home in fear of even looking through their window, I sat down and the Lord whispered to me, "Now is your time." And I said, "Oh, what does that even mean?" So if you look to right here to my left, you see that there is a question right there that says, "Are you free enough?" I had a book written around that time, and the book was called "Are You Free Enough?" So of course that's a question. Now, what did I do with that book? What did I do with that question? I let it play around in my head. I let it play around in my spirit. And when the Lord said it was my time, I couldn't understand why it was my time. I always had the desire to have a show. Why? Again, I love to encourage people. And to be honest, I liked Oprah Winfrey. She had inspired me when I looked and saw that she was the only Black person on a Black woman, powerful Black woman on television, and she was just going. She inspired me. And I knew, I said, I don't want to be like Oprah, but I want to know how she got to that side. So in 2020, when we sat at home and everybody's sitting there, and I sat down and it came to me that it's my time to do what I so desire all these years, and that is to come on screen and do this. I got scared. Yes, I did. I absolutely, totally got scared. And I backed down and I said, "Oh no, I'm not doing that." Now I changed my mind that I don't want to go on screen no more. I changed my mind. And it was a force. And the Lord kept saying, "Me, it's your time." And I sat there and I had a fight with God. Yes, I did. I had a fight. I don't know how many of you can relate to that, but I had a good fight with him for days and for days and for days. And in December of 2020, I decided to go live. My very first episode, it was really not this show. I decided to go live for the first time. Live. I was going live on Facebook. Bing! Hello. I just want to tell somebody it's going to be okay. So I did my regular stuff and I just wanted to encourage somebody. So that was my first live. Then I went back again and I'm like, "Oh, I could do this." No, I can't. I was talking to myself, so I tell myself I can't do something. And I had to push myself out of the I can't do something, and I had to go back up to the scripture that says I can do all things. This one right here, I have to go back up to that as I can do all things. I can. So I had to convince myself over and over and over that I can do all things. So in 2020, December, I did a second live. And when I did a second live, the Lord says it's time for me to expand. Well, I don't know what that means. So he said, "No, it's time for you to expand. It's your time." So what I did, I said, "What does that even mean?" It says you are going to ask someone to come on with you and you're going to interview them. Just to let you know, I did have a little experience of interviewing people before this. This is not my first time doing this. What I did is I helped a friend out where I was the host of her show. So that was before 2020. So I had a little bit off the camera before here. But again, I taught myself out of it. And when the Lord said for me to get someone to interview, my very first guest, how did I get her? I went and I scrolled through many groups on Facebook and tried to find someone. I'm like, "Hey, I'm starting a show. I'm looking for a guest. And it was a bunch of authors. And I'm like, anybody want to be my first guest? And everybody came in like, yeah, me. Oh, no, I just wanted one person. I just really wanted one person. But everybody came at me. And to be honest, I had over, I wish I had the record. I had over 100 response to that one request that I needed one person to interview. I had over 100 guests showing up, like knocking on my door, like, me, I want to be on your show. Me, pick me. And I probably, out of the 100, I think I picked probably 90 of them. And the reason why I didn't get to the 100 is because the messages were coming in so fast that I got overwhelmed and I just put them to the side. I just didn't get around to all of them. So yes, that is how I started the show, where I had a guest. So that first guest was all the way from Germany. I went international. I went from the top. I went way international at the very first interview. So that is how I started. That is how I am now here on my 94th episode. 94th. So today is my 94th episode. And I thank you, Cheryl, for asking that question on this 94th episode of the show. I am looking so forward for the 100th episode, and I'm looking so forward to have all of you celebrating on that 100th episode. And I am planning something great for the 100th episode. So I hope everybody's going to be here and ready to celebrate that 100th episode with me. Yes, because together we are stronger, and together this is how we are going to make it. Yeah. And I'm before tonight's episode, I am going to tell you exactly what is going. I'm going to give you a glimpse of what's coming up for the 100th episode. So stay around. Let me go to the next question that came in from Miriam. What is your purpose? Yay. What is my purpose? My purpose is very clear. And I knew my purpose since I was probably 5 years old. And that is to serve others. To service others with humility, with love, with grace, to lift up people wherever they are, to let them know that they're not alone. And I knew this purpose a long time ago, but of course life happens. And because life happened, when your purpose is driven, totally divinely driven, no matter how much you try to run away from it, it's going to be right next to you. Because one thing about your purpose, it cannot leave you. Like, absolutely not. It cannot leave you. Even if you're dead, it's going to like, oh, I'm just going to go in the grave with you. It is attached to your DNA. It is attached. It is running through your vein. It is in your blood. It's there. It cannot leave you at no time at all. So I knew my purpose very early in life. So as I got older, I just develop it a little bit more. You have to learn how to develop your purpose. It's like kneading a dough. You have to keep on kneading it. And everything that happened in life, let me tell you, everything that happened in life, whether we like it or not, it adds up. It all adds up to your purpose. It all adds up to where you're destined to go. We will never see the end result really fast when things are happening, but it all adds up. And when it adds up, when it make that little and adding, like making a cake, right? And you're putting in all the ingredients, all the crying and the heartaches and the broken bones and brokenness and foot surgery and all of that good stuff. It adds up. And you will never know what it is until when you discover what your true purpose is. It's that passion that burned within you that you don't even charge for it, right? At some point you will charge, but when you don't charge, it doesn't affect who you are. But if you charge, it still doesn't affect who you are. And your purpose and your passion, they marry each other. So until you know what is it that you're purposely designed to do, you will know only from the passion that burns within you. And then you're like, oh, I know. Not that you should not charge for what you're passionate about, but having the money is not the main talk. The message that you give, how you impact each other, how you lift up each other is your main purpose and your main passion. And that's what I've been doing. Like I said, I think I was probably 5 years old in school, helping someone with their schoolwork, in school, telling someone, oh, you're not done. In school, helping someone to say, oh, let me help you with your homework. In school, feeding somebody with my breakfast. In school, saying, hey, even though I come first in class, you can too. Right? I was always that girl that come first in class. But I was always encouraging somebody else that they can come first too. I don't always have to be the one to come first. Yeah, it was a good feeling, but I was not always the one to come first. Everyone had the potential to do this. So that's basically my purpose. My purpose is to serve. Serve you while you're here. Will go with me wherever I go. So yes, thank you so much for that question, Miriam. That is an excellent question. That is the good thing about being here. Any more questions? Right, 94 episode. Oh my God. I cannot believe it. 94 episodes. So I'm going to hit 100 episodes before my 100 episode before my 2 years anniversary, which my 2 years anniversary is December. So I am going to be my 100 episode before then. So if you can do the math, my 100 episode will be this. Oh, it might just be on my 2-year anniversary. That might be a good double celebration. So guess what? Let me tell you, if you have any more questions, jot them right in while I'm going to tell you, give you a little sneak peek of what we plan to do for the 100th anniversary. Because if I'm looking at my calendar, I believe my 100th episode is going to be on my 2-year anniversary. Yes. It's your first time, so we usually have like a big cheer for first timers. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. This is a different, you came on a different night when we have different setting, which is great. This is what we're all about. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. Thank you. Enjoy you being here. I will put in the thing. If you watch again, you will see what is the glimpse of what the 100th episode is going to be. So thank you again for coming in. Thank you. So let's calculate the 100th episode that is coming up and tell you what will happen. Who is ready to get a glimpse of what will happen for the 100th episode? Type in me. So I could tell you of what is going to happen then. So type in me that you're ready to know what will happen, because I expect to see all of you here or wherever. So the 100th episode will be on, yes, I believe it's going to be on my 2-year anniversary. So I won't say what it is that I'm going to give you a glimpse of until you let me know that you want to know what it is. So let me hear some me. What do you mean? I guess Paulette is the only one that's excited to know what is going to happen for the 100th episode. And the 100th episode is my 2-year anniversary. Yay! So let me tell you what's going to happen. No, I'm not a singer. I just get excited. I get very excited. So Paula is the only one that is excited to know, get a glimpse of what will happen. Anybody else want to know what will happen to get a glimpse? Please send me the information. Yes, I will. So Paula is the only one that is excited to know. Anybody else want to hear a glimpse of what's going to happen next month? Because of course, it's going to be next month. Because this is already the 3rd. So while I sit and wait for you, Paula, me. Next, there's going to be a glimpse. This is a glimpse of what's going to happen on the 100th episode, which I believe it came directly in the date of my 2 years anniversary. Yes, it's going to be my 2-year anniversary. So let's look at it like a double celebration. I want everybody to dress up. I want everybody to come ready. I want everybody to come party in. Welcome, Fabian. Good, that is something. He surprised me every single day. Yes, thank you. Welcome. I usually do special welcome for my first timer. Yes. So listen, what is going to happen for my 100 episode is going to be my 100 episode, and it is going to be my 2-year anniversary doing this show. So they're going to marry each other. So here's a glimpse. Everybody, you might want to dress up, right? Because I might just have all of you on camera. I need for everybody to dress up and prepare a dish. Right, prepare a dish. Everybody's falling. It's like we're going out to dinner. Everybody's getting this? We are going to have dinner. So once we are going to have dinner, it might just be virtual. It might just be in person. But I'm telling you, you all got to be dressed up. Yes, we are going to make it happen where we're celebrating 100 episodes and my 2-year anniversary of the Question Live Show. So everybody, prepare a dish. Me. That's right, me. Yes, I love the excitement. Woo-hoo. 1, you're going to have to be dressed up. 2, you're going to have to prepare a meal. Yeah. 3, you're going to have to decorate your house. Maybe a balloon. I don't know. Maybe a balloon behind you. Anybody need some more? Because I'm just giving you a little snippet before we put it together. Because now you're a family. You're a family. All of your family. Yes, everybody family right here. So we're doing this together. Thank you kindly. Right? So what is it that we're getting? Dressed up. We're getting everybody going to be cooking a meal. Or you can have whatever is it that you're eating. Okay. No chips, please. Let's try to eat healthy. Please, thank you. You might want to get a fancy glass like me. Yes, have something to drink, please. I want to make sure that everybody has something to drink. I want to see what everybody's drinking. I want to know what everybody is drinking. Thank you. Not tonight. This is for next month. So please take note. And then, of course, you're going to decorate your house with some balloons. So we look like we're in one place. Understand? Thank you. Yes. And you might want to have some flowers. If you don't want to do balloons, you can do some flowers, whatever the case is. So those are the few little things that I will throw out there. So you can be prepared from now. These are what I'm giving you a little hint in, so you can be prepared from now. Everybody got it? Put yes, yes. Yes, yes. Let me know that you got what I'm saying. So we can roll into celebrating. Maybe from now on until maybe we're going to be planning. Hey, hello. Anybody out there? How about we spend some time on this show to plan? Who is in agreement? Let me know. I think crazy. I do crazy thinking sometimes. Let me know. I just whisper that. So if you heard what I say, put it there. Now you're going to answer two things. Did you hear what I just said? Or you list writing down the things that I am telling you so we could plan together. So as we are going to be closing out, we are going to pause tonight's episode. Yes, everybody, please put in the comment section that you are following. Everybody? Is everybody sleeping? Why is it so silent? Hello? Anybody out there? Excuse me? Knock, knock. Are y'all sleeping out there? Everybody sleeping, following. You're following. Right. Fabian is following. Hello. Thank you, Fabian. Say. So, couple things going to be happening. Following. Good, very good, very good. Following. Everybody else, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. I am giving you information. Wake up. Everybody, come on. Come on in. Come on in. So now, what is going to happen? Dressed up. Prepare a meal of balloons or flowers. And what else did I say? That's only for the party. That's for the party. So we are going to be having dinner. Oh, yes. And have your glass with something in there. So you have to let me know what is it that you're eating and what is it that you're drinking. On here, we talk about drink, 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 sip, 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 sip. But of course, you can see my fancy glass. Yes, this is my fancy glass that my friend custom made for me, as you can see. You might not have a fancy glass like this, but I'm going to need to know what is it that you're drinking on this day. I will have the day set and we are going to put it up. We're going to put it up. We're going to have the day set. All right. Somebody is falling. Praise the Lord. Yes. So everybody, that's always going to go. And we are going to have a meal together. Yes. So let's see. We might have a cake. So those of you who are virtual, we're going to have to share the cake with you. Absolutely. So just be prepared to have a virtual slice of cake. So that's all I'm going to give you a hint in right now. As you can see, Miriam was nice enough to write everything down right here for you. So that is just a hint of what we are going to do for the 100th anniversary. Thank you kindly. Oh, and I did whisper that if you want, we could come back next week and we can do some more planning, or I could add some more things of what is going to happen. Yes or no? Planning, yes. So as we pause tonight, it's always great to be here, to see lovely people like you show up. Oh, and did I mention before? Let me mention before. I don't know if you remember when we had Jacqueline Warner on here and she was talking about her perfume. Her perfume. Oh, yep. I don't know if you remember when she was on. So I got 2 bottles of perfume here. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Planning. So planning for the next. Oh, Miriam put planning. So we are going to come back next week or the next week sometime. And we are going to plan our good, fantastic party. So again, thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the Question Live Show with your host, moi, Verona Willis-Brown. Right there across there, Verona Willis-Brown. Now, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, you must be asking, what is the Question Live Show? Well, you see the question right there. Are you free enough? But that's not it. What is a Question Live Show all about? It is where I say, if you have a story, if you have a book, if you have work in progress, bring it on in here so we can create, build, grow, but most of all, support each other. When we support each other, we create success. And to be successful, it takes more than one of us. It takes us. It takes togetherness to create success. All I ask you, when you define success, and success doesn't have to be only about money, but when you make your definition of success, don't forget to come and pull someone from back there and bring them on the journey so they too can define what success means to them. We have to define success however we want, but just remember, you are not alone on this journey called life. There's a place and there's a space around this table for you. Yes, you. Miriam, Paulette, Cheryl, Theta, Sharon, Cheryl, Tanika. There is a place around this table called life just for you. I want to thank you so much from the depths of my heart. As I say, we pause tonight's episode and we will come back next week. As we say, we might be planning next week. So don't forget to tune in next week, same time, same place, on Thursday, which is November 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. If the time don't change. I think we're going to be, but it doesn't matter. It is going to be 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live right here next week. Again, thank you all for tuning in to this great episode of the Question Live Show. See you and the next go around. Ta-da!